Welcome to the Den on the campus of Hot Springs High School as we get ready for a 3 AAA district matchup here between the Hot Springs Tigers and the Socorro Warriors. We'll be broadcasting the game live tonight as well as Thursday night when the Tigers take on Cobra Indians here in the Den as well. We've got about a minute and a half to go here before first serve. The Tigers coming in as a number 2 seed. We can see them on the coach's top 10 poll here, as if you guys are watching on our social media. Those of you also tuning in on 101.9 FM. St. Mike's Horsemen are number 1 at 19-3. Then the Hot Springs Tigers come in number 2 in the coach's poll. Then Santa Fe Indians, Sandia Prep, West Las Vegas round out the top 5. Tucumcari at 17-4 on the season. Then Robertson, number 7. Cottonwood Prep, Ruidoso, and then the Cobra Indians there, a district foe of both the Socorro Warriors and the Hot Springs Tigers, come in number 10 at 13-7. That is your final. This will be the final coaches poll for the season. Regular district's going to end Thursday night with the Hot Springs Tigers taking on the Cobra Indians. I believe Socorro will be taking on Hatch. That'll end the district, and then, of course, the Tigers will be off to the state tournament. Tigers have they haven't lost a match yet here in district. I don't even think they've if the other opponents even won a game off of them. So Tigers doing very well this year at 15-6. We're going to have the first serve here shortly. We're going to take a few commercial breaks, and we'll be right back on 101.9 FM.
Need concrete? Bar 2's got it. Need asphalt? Bar 2's got it. Need dirt? Bar 2's got it. Bar 2 Sand and Gravel is your full-service construction center. They even install and service septic tanks. Visit Bar 2 Sand and Gravel and Transit Mix, where you'll be met by a friendly, helpful staff and enjoy prompt, efficient service no matter what size job you're working on. Bar 2 Sand and Gravel, serving the community since 1957, located at the Cuchillo Creek Bridge on Highway 181, just north of TRC. Call 894-7181.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Your State Farm agent, Ben Trujillo, is honored to be a Tiger at heart and an avid Tiger supporter. State Farm is a name you can trust, and Ben Trujillo is an agent you know. Whether you're looking to insure your home, car, business, or RV, give Ben Trujillo, your State Farm agent, a call today at 575-382-3636. Ben Trujillo, your State Farm agent, is proud to say, Go Tigers!
Need concrete? Bar 2's got it. Need asphalt?
Drive up, drive through, or dine in at A&B Drive-In. For faster service, call your order in for the best burritos smothered in red chili and cheese. Or try the green chili cheeseburgers with fries, the best in all the Southwest. Drive through our newly remodeled drive-up window at 211 Broadway in downtown Truth or Consequences. 575-894-9294. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 8:30 p.m.
It's good to have Davis Fleck United Pharmacy nearby. From cold medications to gifts for everyone on your list. From over-the-counter help to greeting cards, magazines, and newspapers. Just one stop at Davis Fleck does it. Remember, Davis Fleck accepts most prescription insurance plans and offers a senior citizens prescription discount program too. Davis Fleck United Pharmacy, your leader pharmacy, located at 500 Broadway, right here in Tier C, is a drugstore and much, much more.
When you're in the market to buy or sell your home or property, remember Homesteaders Realty. Maybe it's time to consider buying instead of renting, downsizing, or making more room for the kids and grandkids. Maybe you've been thinking about moving into the country, or maybe it's a lake house that has you daydreaming. No matter what your motive, Kathy Vickers and the gang at Homesteaders Realty can help you find the perfect home. Call on Homesteaders Realty at 507 Highway 195 in Elephant Butte when you're in the market to buy or sell your home.
Back here in the Den as we get ready for first serve here from the Den as the Hot Springs Tigers taking on the Socorro Warriors. got some introductions here. We're going to zoom back over and listen to the public address announcer, and we get the Cameron Flower, number 2, Acosta, number 3, Ariana Silva, number 4, Adriana Gutierrez, number 7, Mureta, number 8, Azar is number 9, Gonzalez, number 10, Rosas, 11, Kaiser, number 16, and Morgan Perkins, number 20. We don't have a 21 listed. We didn't have it on Max Preps. But now for your Hot Springs Tigers.
And now for your Hot Springs Lady Tigers.
Ariana Alanis, number 1. Number 2 is Mariah Hernandez. Number 3, Mahela Hernandez. Grace Apodaca, number 4. Macy Hudson, number 5. Bristol Riggs, number 6. Taylor Littleton, number 7. Ava Harrelson, number 8. Number 9, Haley Bagwell. Number 10, Hannah Hawkins. Marquetta Carter, number 11. Tasia Billieu, number 12. Raquejo, number 13, and Alex Gonzalez, number 14, and that is your varsity Tigers. The head coach, Manja Forsner. And we're ready for first serve here in the den. As the Hot Springs Tigers taking on the Socorro Warriors here in District 3 AAA play. We will have another game Thursday night here on 101.9 FM as well as our social media sites. As the Tigers huddle up here, we get ready for first serve from the den. Tigers decked out in their like a blue sweats on the bottom with their red jerseys and white numbers. Those of you listening on the radio, they'll be on the left side of your radio dial and they'll stay there. This is during COVID. They made this change to where usually after each game what would happen is they would swap. So the teams would even swap sidelines. So they would go from one side to the other and everybody got to play multiple times on one side or the other. But since COVID and everything, they've left the benches alone, so the Tigers are going to stay on the left-hand side on your radio dial. Socorro decked out with black and blue jerseys with white numerals. And we get ready here for first serve on 101.9 FM. Ref getting everybody situated here as far as who the starting lineups are for each team. Number 3, Acosta on the serve for the Lady Warriors to start out over the net. Whistle. Yeah, we're just making sure of the lineups as the ref comes walking out onto the court, making sure there's a certain lineup that they have to start with, making sure they have the right players where they're supposed to be. We will get underway here shortly. I believe we are set now. Number 3, Kiana Costa back serving for the Warriors. Over the net, dug out by the Tigers, set up on the front line. And there's the first kill by the Tigers. As Harrelson sets up perfectly there from Bilyeu, and the Tigers go up 1-0 here in the first set. Tigers on the serve, dug out by the Warriors. Back over quickly to the Tigers. And Hannah knocks it over, and the Warriors not able to come up with it. On the serve once again, this time an ace in there on the service for the Tigers, number 11. That's Marquetta Carter. Tigers up 3-0 right away here in District 3 AAA. Matchup against the Socorro Warriors. Over the net. Picked back up by Socorro, back over to the Tigers. Now the Tigers set up their offense at the net. Here comes Harrelson. Stuffed back down on her. Picked back up by the Tigers. Back over, dug out by Socorro. Man, fast-paced action here. Right out of the barrel here at Hot Springs High. Warriors set up the offense. Good blocked in there by Harrelson, as we'll see this one on the replay. She goes up. Just takes it right at the net and stuffs it right back down, making sure it was going to hit the net anyway, but the Tigers go up now 4-0 on the serve. Back over to Socorro. Socorro gets it back out to the front line, back over to the Tigers, and the Tigers miss pass there by number 7. That's Taylor Littleton, as it goes off her hands and out the back of the court. So the first points for the Warriors. Tigers lead 4-1. Now on the serve for the Warriors is number 1, Galen Gonzalez. Back over to the Tigers. Would have been out of bounds out of the court, but the Tigers play it off the gym, off the roof, and back over to the Warriors. Dug out, back to the top of the line now, back over to the Tigers side. Tigers dig it out. Now they're going to set up their offense once again. This time they just get it over the net, and a great play there by number 7, and that was Taylor Littleton, as she just gets it over the net just enough that nobody can get to it, and it just falls down there right at the Tiger logo for another score for the Tigers. Tigers up 5-1 here in the first set on 101.9 FM. Great serve there, dug out way over on the far side. The Warriors try to get it over the net, and they can't, and it goes out of bounds, and the Tigers up now 6-1. Tigers now on the serve. Dug out by the Warriors right at the net. This time Harrelson goes down and stuffs it, and they'll be able to pick up another point as Harrelson's just all over the net. Playing right there in center field, just a little dink over the front line, and not able to come up with it are the Warriors. Tigers now up 7-1. And a hard serve, not able to hang on to it, goes out of the back of the court, and an ace for the Tigers. Haley Bagwell on the serve for the Tigers. Tigers up 8-1 here in the first set. Another missile over the top of the net into the rafters. They can play it off of that side, and there they come back to the Tigers. Tigers pick it up, dig it out, over to Harrelson. Harrelson stuffs it down in there, and another point for the Tigers as Harrelson's making her presence known there at the net. Good setup there by Carter, and able to just knock it down. Littleton on the set for the Tigers. Tigers up 9-1. Another blistering serve, not able to be dug out by the Warriors. And the Tigers are running on all cylinders now as they take a 10-1 lead, and Socorro wants a timeout. Tigers up 10-1 here in the first set. We'll be right back on 101.9 FM.
Johnny B's loves the Tigers and is proud to help bring these games to you. When you're hungry for home-style cooking, head to Johnny B's at 2160 North Date Street, right here in TRC. While you're there, make sure to save room for a tasty treat from Jackie's Ice Cream Parlor. Heck, you can just go have ice cream if you'd like. Whether it's on the football field or the baseball field, on the court, at home, or on the road, Johnny B's and Jackie's Ice Cream Parlor support the Hot Springs Tigers today and always.
Back here in the den, Paul Tooley bringing you play-by-play and the social media sites here on Turbo Design and 101.9 FM. Make sure you see our media sites as well as KCHS and the Sierra County Sentinel Facebook page. Another ace by the Tigers. They're up 11-1 as that one just crawls over the net. Bagwell, the junior, on the serve again. Warriors just look at that one. It goes down the line, stays in, and now it's 12-1. As the Warriors have no answer for the Tigers here in the first set. Whistle, and now back in play. Here comes Bagwell with another serve right over just barely over the net. This time the Tigers knock it out of the back as Harrelson was trying to make a little fancy play there, and then knocks it out of the back of the court, and a point for the Warriors. Tigers up 12-2 here in the first set. On the serve of the Warriors, dug out by the Tigers. Now back up towards the net. And they caught a double hit against the Tigers. She kind of separated her hands there a little bit on the replay. Tigers up 12-3. Here's the serve by Warriors. Dug out by the Tigers, and a block at the net. Good block there by the Warriors. Set back up for the Tigers. Another block, but it's blocked out, and the Tigers pick up the point. So the Tigers especially with Hawkins and Harrelson in there on that front line. Man, they're awful tough. Hawkins has been in there as well for many years for the Tigers. Now Alanese on the jump serve, and this one can't be handled by the Warriors, and the Tigers once again pick up another point here, 14-3 off the serve. Don't forget Thursday night, hopefully around 6 o'clock, we'll have another game here for the Tigers against the Cobra Indians. On the serve now over the net, picked up and out of play, and another ace for the Tigers. And the Tigers are just killing it here at 14-3. Little stop in action here for a second. Got a stoppage in play by the ref here as he comes over to the scores table. I don't know if they're trying to figure out who's supposed to be on the court and who's substituting and so forth. We're getting ready for a substitution by the Warriors, but we got a quick timeout. Looks like Gonzalez will be coming out for the Warriors. Tigers up 14-3. As we got timeout on the court here. Refs still at the scores table. I think they're discussing who's supposed to be on the court at what and who's substituting, but we will be back to action here shortly. We do have a substitution. We got ref going over to the other side. So in volleyball, there's a main referee that stands up right at the net at the very center. It's kind of like the head ref there, making sure everything's good. And then we have another ref over by the scoreboard, or scores table, that takes care of the lines as well as any substitutions, making sure that all of the score is right and so forth. So we got a little bit of stoppage in action as both refs are down now on the court, discussing, we believe, maybe a substitution violation. We're not for sure. See if we can get a little bit of clarification once we get set here. So in volleyball, they will play to 25 until we get to the fifth set, if it happens to go that far. It's a best of 5, so the 3 out of 5. Play to 25, got to win by 2, and if you don't, then of course play continues and still one of the teams, it could be 32-30. The last set, they only play to 15. Kind of a sudden death. That means both teams basically have 2 sets apiece. And now the ref's going over to talk to the Socorro coach, and we're going to just kind of zoom in here on social media, just trying to break some time here as we're trying to discuss who's supposed to be on the court in what position for the Warriors. Still taking a lot of time here as the Tiger girls out dancing in the court to the house music that's going on here. Now we're going to finally hope to get back to action here, as we're finally going to have a substitution here as Gonzalez is going to come out for the Warriors. Okay, we're finally back to action. Alanis, the senior, number 1, serving for the Tigers with a 15-3 lead here in the first set. We still got a stoppage in the play. So the ref's still over at the scores table, making sure that who's supposed to be on the court. I think we're ready for play now. And there's the whistle to put it in play, and Alanis finally going to come up here with a 15-3 lead, gets it over, dug out by the Warriors, picked up back to the front line, now over the net, dug out by the Tigers. Tigers going to set up their offense. This time number 7. And that's Littleton gets it over on the Warriors side. Back over to the Tigers. Tigers set up their offense once again. Here's Hannah Hawkins. Hawkins a little bit hot, just leaning back too far on that play. She's not able to get enough on that one as she kind of leaned back and not able to square up and lean into that one and get it over the net. She flies out the back of the court, and the Tigers up 15-4 now here in the first set. Warriors now on the serve. Dug out by the Tigers, back to the front line. Tigers just get it over, can't set up their offense. Here comes the offense for the Warriors. Dug out in the back line by the Tigers. Back up front to Hannah. This time Hannah not still too long. She still knocks it out the back of the court. 15-5 now is the score as the Tigers up by 10 here in the first set. Tigers get it over. The Warriors do a good job keeping this one in play. Now the offense is set back up for the Tigers. Good block there by Socorro as the Tigers not able to come up with that one. Looked like number 3 back there for, no, actually number 8 on the block, and that was a great block there by Murrieta as she knocks it back over on the Tiger side. Pick up another point for the Warriors. Tigers now a little bit, momentum has switched over to the Warriors. Tigers just trying to get it back over and keep it in play, and they get it over. Here comes the Warriors back over to the Tigers side. Set up by the Tigers. Now we're down the middle, and this time it's out again as Gonzalez hit it in the net there coming up and just hit it off to too far left and out of the court. So another point by the Warriors. 15-7 now is the Tigers. Tigers pick up the serve, get it back over. Gonzalez just gets it over to the Warriors side. Now the Warriors set up their offense. Back over to the Tigers. Now back right in the middle, and Hannah, now the Tigers just out of sorts right now. It's 15-8 as they've given up 5 points, consecutive points here in the first set, as it's 15-8 Hot Springs. On the serve once again, this time is long, and that's out, and the Tigers pick that point up. Now we're going to have some wholesale substitutions for the Tigers. Number 12 and number 2 in is Bilyeu and Hernandez. Mariah comes in for the Tigers. Bilyeu on the serve for the Tigers with a 16-8 lead, and a great ace there by Bilyeu as the Warriors not able to come up with it, knock it into the stands. Tigers up 17-8 here on 101.9 FM in the first set. Bilyeu over the net. Dug out by the Warriors, back in the center. Here goes the spike at the net and saved by the Tigers. Now Hannah gets one in there, and this time it's just knocked over and out of bounds by, as Hawkins was able to take this one, run it right down the net, and the Warriors knock it out of bounds, and a point for the Tigers. Tigers up 18-8 here in the first set. Bilyeu still on the serve for the Tigers. Gets this one, knocks it into the net. Tamara Fowler, the senior, back serving for the Warriors, gets it over the net, dug out by the Tigers. Now the Tigers are going to try to set this up. Bilyeu to Hawkins, and Hawkins just hits it down the line. That was a horrible miss there by Hannah. She just goes up to spike it, and she just keeps it on the Tiger side. 18-10 here in the first set. Dug out by the Tigers off the serve. Here comes Gonzalez. This time Gonzalez finds an opening there between the front and second row and knocks this one to the ground as Gonzalez just gets in on the serve. Hannah Hawkins on the serve for the Tigers. Dug out by the Warriors, back to the front line. We're going to zoom in a little bit here, get you a little tighter shot of what's going on at the net. Now Bilyeu, now Gonzalez, and Gonzalez knocks it down. They're going to give this one to the Warriors. Over the net, dug out by the Tigers, back to the top line. Now Hannah from the far side. This time she knocks it out again. I'm sorry, that was Bagwell, number 9. Can't keep it in play, and another point for the Warriors. Tigers up 19-12 here, first set. Tigers back setting up the offense. Here's Gonzalez, and Gonzalez knocks this one out, and another point for the Warriors. Gonzalez just can't keep it in play right now for the Tigers. They're up 19-13. And a bad serve there by the Warriors, and the Tigers will get it to 20 now with a 7-point lead. Now Harrelson back in for the Tigers, and stepping back is Gonzalez to do the serve for the Tigers. Up on the front row now is Mariah Hernandez, Bagwell, and Ava Harrelson. Dug out on the serve by the Warriors. Warriors set up their offense. Now the Tigers dig it out. Tigers just need to get this one over the net, and they can't. And 10, Hannah Hawkins not having a good night for the seniors. Hannah's had quite a few mistakes here in this first set. 20-14 is the Tiger lead. And serve goes over to the Warriors. Dug out by the Tigers. Now Bagwell back over to the Tiger side. A little dink pass picked up by the Warriors. Warriors set up their offense right at the middle of the net. No block by Harrelson. Dug out by the Tigers. Now the Tigers, little double hit there by the Warriors, and the Tigers go up 21-14. Number 11 in, Carter, as well as number 7, Taylor Littleton back in. Now on the front line, you got Littleton, And Bagwell and Harrelson. And another service error into the net. Tiger lead cut down 21-15. Tigers dig it out. Now they set it up. Harrelson on the smash. This time there's no doubt about it as she takes that one on the kill right to the court. Man, she can get up there and just look out when it comes to you. Once that's timing right. Now they're up 22-15 here. And another ace by the Tigers. They go up 23-15. In on the service is Haley Bagwell, the junior. These Tigers they got so many different weapons they can bring out on the court. You know, they can play small or they can play big. Most of the time they got the bigs in and they can be all over the court, and especially when they get Harrelson there in the middle, there's no stopping them. Back over to the Tigers side. Now the Tigers set it up. Here comes Harrelson. She just has to dink it over and on a bad pass. But the Warriors able to pick it up, and the Warriors get it over. Now the Tigers are going to set up their offense. This time it's going to Harrelson. This time Harrelson, it's stuffed once again, and this time Harrelson on the block just knocks this one to the court and picks up another point for the Tigers. As Harrelson just pounds that one down. Get that angle up there. She gets enough height, and, I mean, you just got to look out. It's coming straight down. You just don't know where. 24-15, now we're set point for the Tigers here on the serve. Socorro knocks it over one. Now Harrelson sets it up, just dinks it back over to the Warriors side. Warriors set up their offense. This time dug out by the Tigers. Harrelson now sets it up. Hawkins finally gets one in and knocked out, and the Tigers win the first set as Harrelson, as Hannah finally gets one off the corner over there. She's able to, Warriors not able to keep it up and in court. So the Tigers win the first set 25-15. We'll be right back.
Our unwanted guest invading your home? Say goodbye with Turtleback Pest and Weed Control. We offer swift, reliable service to eliminate pests from your life with state-of-the-art integrated pest management techniques. We offer eco-friendly solutions to keep your home safe for your family, pets, and the environment. Our certified professionals are trained to identify and tackle the pests troubling you. So don't let pests rule your life. Call Turtleback Pest and Weed Control at 575-894-7513 for a free consultation.
Carrico's Family Funeral Home is honored to help make these Tiger broadcasts possible. The Carrico's family is proud to support youth activities in addition to Tiger sports. Carrico's Family Funeral Home is family-owned and operated, serving Sierra County since 1976, providing all your funeral, cremation, and pre-planning needs with care and dignity. From the staff of the Carrico's Family Funeral Home, they say, "Go Tigers!"
Taking care of all of Sierra County's plumbing, gas, and HVAC needs, MPG Services says, "Go Tigers!" MPG Services is located at 1907 South Broadway and doesn't just do service calls. They sell the products that help you take care of your own. So remember, when you need plumbing parts or just want to let the pros handle the job, call on MPG Services 740-1440 or 894-1440. You'll find their well-stocked store in 1907 South Broadway.
Since 1941, Sierra Electric has been a member-owned cooperative that has been providing quality, consistent electric service to Sierra County for 78 years. We support local youth programs while lending a helping hand to our members and neighbors. Sierra Electric Co-op is proud to power your life and proud to support the Tigers. Sierra Electric is a touch-tone energy cooperative, equal opportunity provider and employer. Go Tigers!
Back here in the den as we get ready for the second set. Tigers take the first one. Tigers have not lost a set, a district set, this entire season. That's why they're ranked number 2 right now in the coaches poll. Tigers should be a top 4 going into the tournament. So Tigers got their work cut out for them once they get out of district here. But right now they're hitting on all cylinders. They had a little bobble, at the middle of that first set. They just lost a little focus. Seems like when some of the bigs are out, they're just not quite the same team. They had some errors there by Hannah Hawkins, but they were able to pull it together. You have them lulls, them up and downs, and you get a few points going either direction. But the Tigers pretty much started out hot and won that first set. Now we're getting ready here for set number 2 from the Den here on 101.9 FM. Alanis, the senior, will serve for the Tigers here in the second set. Alanis on the jump serve, and she can pound that thing right over the top of the net there, and the Warriors do a good job just keeping it in play. Tigers back over to the top, and Hannah this time, they're going to give this one to the Tigers. She was able to keep it in, but it was set up there just enough by Bilyeu, and then Hannah keeps it in, Harrelson keeps it in on the far side of the court. Now the Tigers up 1-0. Alanis on the jump serve once again, and this time it just takes a dive down and a great ace there by Alanis. Man, those things, they just go right over the net, and then they just take a dive, and you're usually just enough of a knuckleball in there with some spin a little bit to get it down inside between the front and back row. They can't dig it out. 3 players back this time, and another one for Alanis. This time is picked up by the Warriors. Back up to the top for the offense. Over the net, dug out by the Tigers. This time they just throw it over there in the corner, and Bilyeu got right to the net. And she just dinks it over, hits it over there in the far corner, and it's another point for the Tigers. Tigers up 3-0 already here in the second set. Alanis once again with that jump serve. This time it's way deep, but it's picked up by the Warriors. Now the Warriors set up their offense towards the front. Man, a good play there and dig out there by Hannah. Now over at the net, and the Tigers just get it over the top. Don't have to do much on this as Hawkins does a good job. Bilyeu gets it over right on the net, and the Warriors not able to get it back over the net to the Tiger side, and the Tigers up again 4-0. Alanis still on the serve here on 101.9 FM. There's another one of those just knuckleballs down and another ace, and the Tigers take a 5-0 lead here quickly as Alanis is doing all the damage here, the senior on the team. There goes another jump serve. She's in the groove now, and then we just talk about how good it is, and she hits it in the net, and a service error for the Tigers, and they're up 5-1 here in the second set. Number 3, Acosta serving for the Warriors. Over the net, dug out by the Tigers. Back to the top with Bilyeu, Harrelson just over the net. Nothing great there, but they just try to keep it in play. And this time it's knocked out by the Warriors, and the Tigers pick up, go 6-1. Now Marquetta Carter, the sophomore, serving for the Tigers. Back into the game is Taylor Littleton. Checks in for Bilyeu. Another great serve there by the Tigers. They hang on to it, and the Warriors get it over to the Tigers. Now here comes Harrelson. Almost just out of time there on the jump, but gets it over and now dug out by Socorro, and Socorro knocks it into the net. And another point for the Tigers. Bagwell and Harrelson there in the front line. Another diving serve picked up by the Warriors. Now Tigers from the back line set it up front. Here comes Harrelson, and a great block there by the Warriors as that time Harrelson not able to get up to it. And we're going to watch this one a little bit of slow motion here as she comes in and just gets that one stuck right back to her. Tigers have a 7-2 lead. Warriors on the serve. Tigers dig this one out, but it's way deep and not able to come up with it as it goes over the back line. That one may have been out if they wouldn't have touched it. Tigers' lead now is only 7-3 here in the second set. Warriors over the net, dug out by the Tigers. Here comes that Tiger offense. This time Hannah Hammers it in there, picked up by the Warriors. Warriors get it over. Tigers do a great job of keeping this one in play as it was blocked at the net. Here comes the Warriors again on the attack, and this time it's out of bounds by the Warriors. As the Tigers try to dive for it, and it did go out. So the Tigers have the serve once again and a 9-3 lead and knocked into the net. It's Bagwell back over to the Warriors now on the serve. Gutierrez checks out for the Warriors. Tigers with a 4-point lead. Serve comes over, dug out by the Tigers, right back over to the net, back over to the Tigers again. No offense yet, just trying to keep it in play. This time the Tigers, number 7, on the kill, and that is Taylor Littleton as she pounds this one off the side. Keeps it in play right into the corner and picks up a point for the Tigers. Tigers up 9-4. And now Ava Harrelson, the senior, on the serve, and an ace by Harrelson. (10-4) is the score here in the second set. Tigers are definitely okay here in the second set as they won the first one. Harrelson once again on the serve, picked up by the Warriors, now at the front line, sets up the offense, gets it over to the Tigers, dug out by the Tigers, now set up at the net. This time Hannah Hawkins comes in. This time there's no doubting that she's going to make sure this point goes down as Hannah comes up and just hammers this one right at the net. And, man, she put some mustard on that one, and it stays in off the net. And the Tigers go up 11-4. Harrelson on the serve. Diving serve picked up by the Warriors at the net. They have to keep it in play. Now it's on the back line. They get it back over to the Tigers. Now the Tigers set up their offense. Here comes Carter. Here comes the Tigers. Here comes Gonzalez as another kill by the Tigers. As Carter sets it up in the middle of the court, and Gonzalez, no doubt about that one, as she slaps her hands together. That was definitely a kill for her. 12-4 now is the score here in the second set. On the serve, this one out of the back. Another ace for the Tigers as Harrelson puts some juice on that one. Warriors not able to handle it. They come back and they take it up the arms and it goes right over their head. And the Tigers take a 13-4 lead here and a timeout on 101.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Since 1941, Sierra Electric has been a member-owned cooperative that has been providing quality, consistent electric service to Sierra County for 78 years. We support local youth programs while lending a helping hand to our members and neighbors. Sierra Electric Co-op is proud to power your life and proud to support the Tigers. Sierra Electric is a touch-tone energy cooperative, equal opportunity provider and employer. Go Tigers!
Back here in the den, the Tigers up 13-4 here in the second set. As the Tigers taking on a match with their district foe, the Socorro Warriors. We'll be back in action. The Tigers will be Thursday, and so will we. We'll be right back here with our audio on 101.9 FM. We'll be streaming the games live on the NFHS Network, YouTube, Facebook. So tune in. On the serve, dug out by the Warriors and knocked out. And the Tigers pick up another point, 14-4. Harrelson still on the serve for the Tigers. On the front line is Littleton and Hawkins and Gonzalez on the serve, picked up by the Warriors, back at the top of the net. Harrelson now gets it set up. Here comes Hawkins with a little dink pass, and the Tigers do a great job of saving this one, finally get it back over to the Warriors. Now the Warriors are going to set up their offense. Get it over to the Tigers, dug out by the Tigers. Now it's set up. Here's Gonzalez once again. And this time, Warriors keep it in play. Not able to get it over the net as Gonzalez picks up another point for the Tigers. Tigers just so many weapons here on volleyball. Coach Forstner has done a great job along with the other coaches. Mr. Carter as well. Here's the serve. And an ace by Harrelson again as Tigers now picking up steam here, 16-4 here in the second set. Comes Harrelson once again, this time dug out another ace as the Warriors not able to dig this one out. The ball just goes right over the net, and then it just takes a dive between that front and second line there, and they're always having to come up to play it, and they just can't get there quick enough. Harrelson now, Tigers up 17-4 here in the second set. Here's the serve by Harrelson. Yeah, we always jinx them. We talk about how great they are and what they're doing, and then she hits it in the net again. This time she's coming out. Alanis steps back in for the Tigers. Now up front we got Gonzalez. Get you the rest of it here in a minute. Great serve there by the Warriors. Dug out by the Tigers. Here comes Hannah this time, and Hannah gets another kill as that one's off the Warriors and out of the court. Tigers up 18-5 now. Bill Yu comes into the game as well as Mariah Hernandez, number 2, the senior, steps in. Now playing in the front line, we got Gonzalez and we got Hawkins. And I believe we got Mariah up there in the front line. Here's the serve by the Tigers. Warriors do everything they can to keep it in play, and they do. Get it over to the Tigers. Now the Tigers, Bill Yu from the front line. Gonzalez stuffed by the Warriors. Back over to the Tigers side, and now Hawkins just hits it over the net and hits it where they're not, and the Tigers pick up another point, but a great dig keeping the ball in play as Hannah gets that one over. Hannah Hawkins, the senior, gets another point for the Tigers. Tigers up 19-5, commanding lead as Bill Yu steps back for the serve for the Tigers here on 101.9 FM. Wow, she had some mustard on that one, knocked it all the way out of the gym. So Bill Yu just a little too much juice on that one. And we mean knocked it out of the gym. They knocked it through the doors all the way in the cafeteria. Tamara Fowler, the senior for the Warriors, on the serve. Dug out by the Tigers. Bill Yu at the top of the key. Here's Hannah from the other side this time. And the Warriors not able to keep this one in play, and Hannah has another point. Hannah's over on this side as she gets that one. Just gets it over. She starts heading for her position, and Tigers pick up another point. Tigers up 20-6. Hannah Hawkins, number 10, steps back for the serve for the Tigers with a 14-point lead here in the second set. Dug out by the Warriors over to the Tigers. Now the Tigers, Bill Yu sets it up for Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it over. Dug out by the Warriors back to the Tigers. Bill Yu. Hernandez back over to the Warriors. Good volley going on here as Hawkins takes it. Now Bill Yu, now Gonzalez, stuffed back by the Warriors, dug out by the Tigers. One more time, Hannah from the back line gets it over and dug out by the Warriors. Now at the net, and the Warriors they just dumped that one trying to get it back over. Good volley there. They played some great defense on the blocks for the Tigers, but the Tigers pick up another point. Hannah Hawkins back to serve with a 21-6 lead here in the second set. Jump serve, and off the Warriors and out, and another point for the Tigers. Tigers they just got a lot of weapons. They can kill you from the service line. They can kill you at the net. They can dig just about everything out. Now Hannah shifts over to the other side, hits this one right down the middle on the serve, right where they're not, and another ace as Tigers are tearing it up here in the den with 23-6 here in the second set. Hannah now on the serve, coming up on the jump serve. And we jinx them again, hit them in the net, another service error. 23-7 now. As Macy Hudson checks in for Mariah. Now on the serve for the Warriors, dug out by the Tigers. Tigers just don't quite have the strength up there right now in that. They keep it in play and get it over to the Warriors. Warriors now back to the Tigers. Dig it out. Bilyeu, Gonzalez, and Gonzalez just tips it over the net and gets them where they're not. So no good kill there, but just a little flick, as we'll see here, come up to the net and just flick it over the hands of the block for the Warriors. Gutierrez checks back in for the Warriors as she'll be on the serve. Tigers now set point here at 24-7 here in the second set. Tigers on the serve, dug out by the Warriors at the net, back off the net. Now the Tigers set up their offense. Bilyeu, and now Harrelson, dug out by the Warriors. Warriors get it over. Now the Tigers set up their offense once again. Bilyeu, Harrelson, and this one's in, and a win for the Tigers. We're going to watch it one more time here on the instant replay. She's just able to keep this one right in play, and the Tigers win the second one 25-7 as they're up 2-0. We're going to take a break and be back with the third set here on 101.9 FM.
Quality cuisine since 1970. Legendary menu selections including our hand-cut steaks, prime rib, lobster, fresh seafood, and chicken. Enjoy an extensive wine list in our comfortable bar with outdoor patio. We have ample parking and banquet room. Open daily at 5 p.m. 1400 North Date Street in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Phone 575-894-6200, LosArcosSteakhouse.com.
Whether you are celebrating the latest Tiger victory or just a night out with friends, the Sierra County DWI Prevention Program reminds you to designate a driver when you plan to drink. Don't drink and drive. It's against the law. It's deadly. It can ruin your life in a split second. Underage drinking is also against the law and can wreck your high school years and keep you out of college and the military. So, make good choices. If you're under 21, don't drink. If you're over 21, don't drink and drive.
Sierra Vista Hospital's new facility is a community-operated 15-bed critical access hospital featuring the latest technology and equipment to ensure top-notch patient care. The emergency room is always open if you have a medical emergency. Our EMS provide medical services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sierra Vista Hospital and Clinics, 800 East 9th Avenue in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Phone 575-894-2111. If an emergency, dial 911.
One play can change momentum in the game, and one deductible is a game changer when it comes to your insurance. That's why you should see Agent Sharon Luna, your Farm Bureau agent in Tier C. She can help bundle your car and home together in a single policy. So if life sends a little blitz in the form of a storm or fire, you'll pay one deductible for everything that's covered. Talk to Farm Bureau agent Sharon Luna today. Stop by 405 North Date or call 575-894-0060. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Providing the best landscape and fencing in all of Sierra County. Lynn's Landscape offers the best service for small or large projects. Lynn's Landscape specializes in decorative block retaining walls. Whether you need artificial turf or natural landscaping, call the professionals at Lynn's Landscape and Fencing, 575-744-4009 or 575-740-4045. Back here in the den, we get ready to start the third set. And the Tigers knock this one out, and the Warriors go up 1-0. On the serve, back over to the Tigers. Now Bilyeu sets this one up for Harrelson. Harrelson blocked at the net. Great play there by the Warriors as the Tigers keep it in play. Now the Warriors back over to the Tigers. Tigers now just a little bit double hit there by the Warriors, and the Tigers pick up the point, and it's 1-1. So coming out of the timeout there, the Tigers were just a little bit slow coming out of the gate there as Taylor Littleton checks in for the Tigers. On the serve, back over to the Tigers. And now the Tigers just go down 2-1 here in the third set. Service error by the Warriors, and we're tied up at 2 apiece. Haley Bagwell steps back to junior to serve for the Tigers, standing right in the key of the court, right down the middle, and here comes the serve right over, and another diving serve, and the Warriors not able to come up with it. So Bagwell, Haley. Number 9, Haley Bagwell. On the serve, picked up by the Warriors. Warriors now get it over to the Tigers. Tigers set this one up. They're still just a little bit out of position there as they get it over the net, and now the Warriors set up their offense. And right back to them was Harrelson as the Warriors dig this one out, and now the Tigers set up their offense. Hannah Hawkins this time with a pounder. And a good play there by the Warriors to keep this one in play. Good dive by the Tigers. The good volley going on here. And now they're diving dig by the Warriors, and the Warriors finally get it back over to the Tigers. Tigers now set up their offense. Here comes Mariah, this number, actually number 7, and that's Littleton. On the kill for the Tigers. Tigers up 4-2. Here's the serve, and this one's into the net, and another service error by the Tigers. Tigers up 4-3, and they're up 2 sets to none here in district play. Socorro dug out by the Tigers. Now the Tigers, Littleton just kind of steps back. This one's hit into the net and 4 times for the Tigers. So they tie it up 4 apiece. Tigers a little sluggish here in the third set. Trying to find that right chemistry, and into the net goes the service error for the Warriors. And now Alanese steps back. And Gonzalez steps into the court. So we got Hawkins, Littleton, and Gonzalez, and a service error by Alanese, and the Tigers just out of sorts here, 5-5 here in the third set. Socorro now on the serve. Over the net, dug out by the Tigers, but a great serve. Littleton, and she helps pick up the point here for the Tigers. She gets it over after the dig by Bagwell, and that was a great dig. She had to go to the floor, just put the fist down and get that one off just before it hits the court. Littleton checks out. Mariah Hernandez in, number 2, as we got Hernandez, Gonzalez, and Hawkins there on the front. And a good serve there by the Tigers. That one hit the net and then fell between the front and second line. Tigers up 7-5. Bilyeu, number 12, the senior, on the serve for the Tigers. Over the net, dug out by the Warriors, back to the top, to the net, and the Tigers have a hard time handling that one, and a point by the Warriors. Tigers letting Socorro hang around in this set, 7-6, with a 1-point lead for the Tigers here on 101.9 FM. Tigers dig out the serve. Bilyeu at the net. Now Gonzalez pounds it and dug out by the Warriors. Back across, here comes the Tigers for the offense again. And this time they get caught with a lift. And we're tied up at 7 apiece. Served by the Warriors, dug out by Alanese. Now Bilyeu to Hannah Hawkins. And Hannah rolls this one over the net, but it's dug out by the Warriors. And now the Warriors back over to Alanese. Alanese saves it. Gonzalez just pounds it over with one fist, and back over to the Tigers again. And this time Gonzalez, this is a block by the Warriors, picked up by the Tigers. Another block by the Warriors. Warriors playing some great defense there at the net. And now they set up their offense, do the Warriors, and they hit it into the net. So a good volley there and a point by the Tigers. But the Warriors did a great job at the net as they blocked 3 of the balls from the Tigers. The Tigers had to work for that point. Hannah Hawkins, the senior, steps back for the serve, and she's the one that did the damage in the second set. Here she goes with the first serve here, and this one is out as she hits it long. And now we're tied at 8 each. Gonzalez, Bilyeu, and actually number 4, Grace Apodaca is going to check in for Hawkins. She steps in the back row, and now the serve by the Warriors. Over the net, dug out by Alanis. Tigers keep it in play. Bilyeu's just got to get it back over, and now the offense is set up for the Warriors. And a little bit off kilter there as they miss a hit and knock it out of bounds on the Tiger side was Gonzalez for the Warriors. Tigers up 9-8. Now Gonzalez back for the serve for the Tigers. And another ace by Gonzalez as this one rolls up the arms of the defender and out. Gonzalez is that. She's just a good athlete. She gets to basketball season. She's got to be reckoned with as well. And here she is on the next serve. Picked up by the Warriors, and now the Warriors set up their offense at the net. Over to the Tigers. Tigers dig it out. Now Bilyeu gets it over to Hannah, and this one is blocked. And a great block there by the Warriors. Actually, that was Bagwell, just couldn't get it over the net. And the Tigers up 10-9 with the service going to the Warriors. Dug out by the Tigers. Bilyeu now. Harrelson just gets it over the net. Dug back out by Harrelson, and now we go once again, and there's Bagwell, and she just pounds it too hard out the back of the court. And we're tied at 10 each here in the third set. Tigers win the first 2, and it's best of 5, so the Tigers could end it here quickly. They have not lost a set all season in district play. Now the Tigers set up some offense here at the net, and this time Harrelson goes in and says, all right, we've had enough of this. This one's going down. As she takes this one right at the net and does nothing but just hammers that one to the ground. Taylor Littleton checks in for the Tigers. Tigers up 11-10. Here's the service by the Tigers. Picked up by the Warriors at the back line. And now they set up their offense. Over to the Tigers. Blocked by Harrelson. And a good defensive play there by the Warriors as Harrelson knocks it over. And it comes right back to her. She can't do anything with it. Tied up at 11. And this one is long, and actually it's good. As it stayed on the back line, and the Warriors take a 12-11 lead here in the third set. And the Tigers going to need a timeout here. They're down 13-11. And Coach Forstner's not happy as the Tigers trail 13-11 here in the third set. We'll be right back.
Is the stress of the game making you bite your nails? Annette and staff of Spa, Escape, and Salon invite you to come get a manicure or pedicure with them. They can work the stress out with a body massage or even cover up the gray with a cut and color. Spa, Escape, and Salon at 505 Highway 195 in Elephant Butte is your one-stop location to take away the stress, the gray, and just relax. Make your appointment today for any of their services by calling 740-4142. Spa, Escape, and Salon are proud supporters of all Tiger sports.
After the timeout, Tigers trail by 2. Serve over to the Warriors. Ready for action after the timeout. Over the net, dug out by the Tigers. Now at the At the net is Harrelson, and she picks up a point for the Tigers. Much needed one there after the timeout. Just about missed that one. It rolled down the net, and nobody there for the Warriors, so the Tigers trail by one now, 13-12. On the serve, dug out by the Warriors. Back over to the Tigers quickly. Now the Tigers set up their offense, and now Harrelson pounds this one over and dug out by the Warriors. Now they're playing right at the net, and this time Harrelson goes in and says, not today, as she gets right up there next to the net and stuffs this one right down back on the Warriors, and the Tigers tie it up. So good timeout there by Coach Forstner as we got it tied up at 13. Still on the serve for the Tigers. Dug out by the Warriors. The Warriors just get it over the net, and now Alanis back over to the top of the net, and this time Hawkins comes down with a smash, and now the Tigers starting to hit on all cylinders again. As we'll watch this one on the replay as Hannah Hawkins goes in, the senior, and man, she just gets this one right over the net, right perfect, and gets it down inside for the Tigers. Tigers up now 14-13 here in the third set. Served by the Tigers, dug out by the Warriors, right back at the net, and stuffed right down the middle is Harrelson, and this time the Tigers, no doubt about it, as they come off the serve, hit right back to him. Harrelson right back down, puts that one on the court, and another point. Tigers up 15-13. Here's the serve now from the near side, and this one's dug out by the Warriors. Warriors now just got to get this one over, and they knock it out, and the Tigers now up 16-13. So a good time out there by the coach. Had to kind of stop the bleeding, get on the kids a little bit and say, hey, let's not let down yet. 16-13 on the serve, picked up by the Warriors, and now the Warriors at the net, and a good blocking off the Tigers and out of bounds. And good play there by Tamara Fowler, the senior for the Warriors. Murrieta is back to do the service for the Warriors with a 2-point lead for the Tigers. Tigers dig it out. Now at the Harrelson. Blocked right back on them, but the Tigers able to pick it up, and now the Warriors dig it out. Back over to the Tigers. Alanis. Now they set this one up right in the middle, and this time it is no good. As we watch this one, it was a point for the Warriors, but the Tigers just needed to get this one set up, and Carter just gets a little bit off kilter there as Harrelson was going up for the kill. Dug out on the service are the Tigers. Now Hannah gets one in there and dug out by the Warriors. Warriors back over to the Tiger side. Now the Tigers need to settle down. Here comes Harrelson. This time there's no doubt in it as Harrelson puts that one right back down on the Warriors side. But a pretty good jump ball right here in the middle, but it's off the Warriors side. And the Tigers pick up the point. Now Alanis serving for the Tigers and a 2-point lead. And this one is long and out. And a point for the Warriors. Tigers up by 1, 17-16 here in the third set. Back on the air Thursday night as the Cobra Indians come to town. Tigers dig out the serve. Back over to the Warriors. Now dug out by Alanis. Now Hawkins just going to put this one, and this is a great play by Hannah as she just flicks this one right over the net. Carter sets it up, and then Hannah just has to flick it over and just place it where they're not. Just put it down on the floor. Tigers up now 18-16. Bilyeu back to serve for the Tigers. Over the net, dug out by the Warriors. Now the Warriors set up their offense. They hit it back to the back line, and now they're over to the Tigers. Alanis to Bilyeu to Gonzalez, and another kill for Gonzalez as she pounds that one down where the Warriors definitely weren't that time. A good play there by Gonzalez getting up in the air, and another point for the Tigers. Tigers up 19-16 here in the third set. Bilyeu on the serve. Dug out by the Warriors, and now right at the net. Here we go. Back to the Warriors. Now gets it over to the Tigers. Now Bilyeu sets it up. Now Hannah Hawkins. Hawkins just about had a kill, and she does, as the Warriors not able to hold on to that one. Hawkins does a lot of damage on that left side there. She can just get up, and she just gets that big paw on it right there, and it just dives right down, and too much mustard on it for the Warriors to handle. 20-16 now, Bilyeu. And this one over the net and out. The Warriors pick up a point. Another service error for the Tigers. On the serve is Fowler for the Warriors. Dug out by the Tigers, and now Bilyeu. And now Hannah from the right side this time as she moves over, and she has another kill in there on this one as she goes high, and she can put it on the court. Tigers take a 21-17 lead. And now Hannah Hawkins steps back to serve for the Tigers after that big point. Jump serve, and this one's out. And now she's starting to motivate here a little bit as she gets that serve, not able to hold on to it. She jumps pretty high on that serve and be able to just get it over the net. They're always having to really dive for them there on that back line to dig them out. Tigers up 22-17. Here's another one by Hannah. This one's dug out good by the Warriors, now at the front line. Kicked it back to the back, and now over to the Tigers. Now Bilyeu sets this one up for Gonzalez. Gonzalez, good dig there by the Tigers, and Gonzalez on the second on the rebound, stuffs it back down, and another point for the Tigers. As Gonzalez, she said, I'll try that one twice. I'll hit it where you're not and get another point for the Tigers. Tigers up 23-17 here in the third set. On the air again Thursday night at around 6 p.m. here on 101.9 FM. Hannah on the serve. Hard to handle there by the Warriors, but they do get it back. Hannah now on the dig to Bilyeu. Gets it over the net, and now the Warriors back over to the Tigers. Now the Tigers try to set up their offense. Here comes Bagwell. Bagwell gets it dug out by the Warriors. Now the Warriors back over to the Tigers. Tigers now set it back up. Here's Bilyeu. Now we're going to get it over to Hernandez, Mariah, number 2. And she puts this one on the court for a point for the Tigers. And now we're matching game point here for Tigers up 24-17. Bagwell, or Hannah Hawkins, number 10, still back serving for the Tigers on this stretch. This one comes down, picked up by the Warriors. Socorro gets it back over. Now dug out. Now Bilyeu. Now Gonzalez. Gonzalez again keeps it, and number 12, Bilyeu, not able to hold that one as she knocks it into the net, and that ends the serve for the Tigers. They're still up 24-18 here in the third set. Here come the Warriors now on the serve. Tigers can end it right here with a good set. There's Bilyeu. Now back over to Hudson, and now the Tigers have to set back up their offense once again. This one's a little long, but it was played by the Warriors. Now the Warriors at the net. Back over to the Tigers. Alanese, now Bilyeu. And Macy Hudson not able to get that one over the net. And 24-19. Hernandez, Bilyeu, and Gonzalez there on the front line. Dug out by Hannah on the back. Here's Bilyeu over to the side. Pounded and knocked down, and a point for the Warriors. They're not done yet as they dig into that Tiger lead. It's 24-20. Tigers can still end it. Here with a point. Here's the serve. Dug out by Alanese, and now Bilyeu. Now Gonzalez. Dug out by the Warriors. Now the Warriors get it over, and Tigers going to set up their offense once again. Here's Bilyeu, just throws it over in the corner. Warriors play that one, and now Alanese has to come all the way up in the middle, and this one hits the antenna, and it's out. So another point for the Warriors, and it's 24-21. Carter in the game. Dug out by the Tigers. Gonzalez back over, dug out to the Tiger side. Now the Tigers set up the offense again. This time Gonzalez at the net. The Warriors playing it. Dug out by the Tigers. Over to Hudson. Hudson has it dug out. This time just good play there by Alanis to keep that one in play. And the Tigers now just a good volley going on here between the two teams. And this time, excuse me, it's in the net, and the Tigers win the third set 25-21. Tigers are now undefeated in district play and have not lost a set as they win this one 25-21 here in Tiger Gym. We'll be back next week. This Thursday, don't forget. Tigers take on the Cobra Indians right here at the Den. We'll have that game for you live here on 101.9 FM. Also streaming on all our media sites. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Back to regular programming on 101.9 FM.